Hi, I'm Theo. This is Convention Scene UK.
Hi, I'm Ryan, and this is Convention Scene UK.
Okay, we're here.
It's raining.
Yeah, it's raining. It's raining. But it's not stopping the crowds coming. But yeah, we're excited about this one. This was actually Alice's first ever Comic-Con that we brought her to. I mean, for the family atmosphere of it all, we think that it's really one of the very. I don't think you can really beat it. It's got a really good family vibe to it. So I mean, and Alice has been to it twice now.
But she's not here today.
No, she isn't here today, but she will be coming with us tomorrow to another one. But yeah, Jamie, the event organizer, invited us.
Yes, so thank you
very much for that. And hopefully, I mean, there's a lot of big names, and we're going to try and speak to as many people as we can. And, you know, be asked if we even see Charlie. So I mean, we'll just take it as it comes.
Yes, let's go and get our press passes.
Yep. We're just currently, keep this quiet, this quiet. We're currently in just on the route where it is for the photo ops at the moment, because the Sons of Anarchy group is about to go. We're whispering because we don't want anyone else to know, because it's very easy to spot guests here. And
if you know where to go.
The Sons of Anarchy guests, and especially Charlie, are very tight security at the moment.
We will get an interview with them. I don't think I'll get to touch him.
But we're going to try and keep it, you know, see if we can get some footage of him. He looks very happy to be here. We did get into the building, but we weren't allowed to video him. So this is why we're just waiting. This is the spot we were telling you about. So you see that?
Don't tell him.
So do you see the balcony bit over there? So for one, a lot of the celebrities always seem to go.
And that's where they
hang out when they smoke.
To hang out here all day.
So you always see some up there hanging about, and this is a good place as well because this is the route for the photo ops. Everyone has to come up this way. So you know, we're waiting. We'll see if we can spot them all, Juice and everybody.
Another bit of advice, we should have like an Amy's advice section of Comic-Cons. Add to the hints and tips. Don't come here hungover. Like this is. No,
she's beyond rough. She's beyond rough.
And it's so busy.
And it's very busy.
Warm. I want to curl up in a ball and cry to the point where I think I'm going to go and see Chris Rankin and just see if I can sit with him for a bit and he can just hold me. So we'll see. So please don't come here rough or still drunk. So we've just come in to watch the Marvel panel, and everyone that came in got handed a Bueno. Yay! Because Jamie loves Bueno.
Yeah, it's well known that Jamie loves his Buenos. He tends to get boxes given to him just for him usually. So this is the first year they've done this. So.
Hello.
Hi. like leather.
So take a seat, welcome to my couch.
That's a nice one.
Just to give you an idea how busy it is today. But this is just to get in that tent. There's nobody in my favourite celeb hotspot as yet. It is mentally busy, like it's ridiculous. Try. Just look at, you can't move.
So like,
Look what we found.
Yeah, I mean these.
Look. How cute are these?
Look, Pokemon terrariums. Now look at these. Oh look, that's
Don't try and get some.
Squirtle. No, that's Squirtle.
And that's Pikachu. I know that one.
Oh, Pikachu.
And that's Pikachu's having a sleep.
And is it Charmander when he's little? I think it is. Is it? Am I getting that right? I'm quite sure. Oh, they're awesome.
The detail in these is just.
I should say where we're actually at here. So it's Patrick's art room. So
as well as the
terrariums. Terrariums.
I'm still drunk from yesterday.
Oh, that's not good. We'll edit that bit out. Right, but look at these. I remember that's Togepi and Snorlax. You're like, you don't know. Oh, these are awesome. And I mean, we've got some much larger pieces at the back. Oh, that's Deadpool Pikachu as well, there. On the left. Can you see him?
Look, and they've got loads of Mario ones. Are they big ones? Oh, very cool. And they have a lucky dip, and I think I'm going to have a go at the lucky dip because I have
Of course you have it. I thought you were going to say I have a problem. Yeah. Oh no, but I really like. Oh, I didn't even see Bulbasaur there. Look.
There you go. Thanks very much. You have a great
Go to the angle. That is so cool. Amy is just currently waiting to have a go on a lucky dip again, as she usually does. Right. The pillows and everything are just immaculate. Oh, it's Jigglypuff. Oh, hang on. Well, I was focused.
So I want a green.
You want a green? Win any poke? Oh, right, okay.
Okay, we'll go in for green.
Okay.
We'll go in for green.
No pressure. No pressure.
Oh well. Oh well. Oh, thank you. Do I put that back in? Ooh, thank you very much.
Oh, although Amy did lose, we have been offered a free postcard, which is very nice of you.
I got that one.
Oh, that's cool. That was the one, the Pikachu Deadpool. Oh, there we go. What are they? Oh, league badges. All right.
Got some at the back
From which
there.
leagues are they? I can't remember. Oh, I can't remember the name. There's all these different leagues. Did you not watch Pokemon, Amy? Did you not watch Pokemon? Oh,
No.
Well, she didn't. Look at that evil Yoshi at the back. Oh, that's so cool.
I went to go on the lucky dip.
Right. Okay. So I mean, we're gonna we'll get a card and we'll get the details. We'll pop the details in the description below, and that is Patrick's art room.
Are you here tomorrow? No.
Got work tomorrow.
Love you. Oh, I got this already.
Yeah, did I when you was at London 2016?
You're good now. Keep rocking. I know I'll see you two again sometime.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I just want to get
There's a long story behind this.
Look. Then you can pick your photos. Alright. Bye-bye!
Of course, man.
Just put that in the photo that you choose.
Come on. Bring it in. Oh, very nice to meet you.
He's really not that nice.
And so just a second.
No. They're arsing about, man. They're arsing about. 1,200 years. Around the
Can you take a video?
Okay, we're here with the wonderful Danny John-Jules, who is Cat from Red Dwarf. One question I'm dying to ask: how does it feel to be in a cult show like Red Dwarf that's been going for 30 years now?
Well, I'd be a crazy man to keep coming back if it wasn't the best thing on since sliced bread, you know. It's kept me in pants for 31 years. I love it. Yeah. So, you know, what better than to have people come up and saying that they love your work and can I get a photo?
It was my very first comedy I started watching.
Man,
and
I could be in worse shows, meeting less people in worse places.
Yeah.
I mean, Red Dwarf, I go to the best places, meet the best people. So why would I want to change?
Following on to that,
Yeah, go ahead.
what's your favourite thing about actually doing Comic Cons?
Watch this.
perfect.
So
What else do you need, brother?
meeting the people.
The customer's always right.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
Of course.
Customer comes first, not you.
Thank you very much.
There you go. And of course, it was a Catwoman. You missed that part.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know, come on.
And finally.
And now I'm Superwoman. Come on,
Oh, there you go.
what can I do you for, man?
My 11-year-old son's a massive fan of Wayne Myers.
Lovely.
Wayne Myers.
Now, again, you asked me what was so special about it. Superwoman just comes up to me and come on, I don't know what the big secret is here. Who wouldn't come here?
I mean, I didn't want to interrupt that moment you were having ago with...
No, but I'm just showing you, man. I can do two things at once. See, look, we took a photo for you and now we turn around and do a photo for her. When last did you have Superwoman grab you in the ass? Come on. Let's not be silly around here. There you go. It's a pleasure. One day we must go flying.
Good day to the pub after.
Oh yeah.
For my 40th birthday.
Is it?
Pub over the road after the car.
What pub's that? Oh, not that one right across there. The one that looks like.
Birthday on Christmas
Is
Day.
it? Is it? Right. Okay. So, well, there's a gin and tonic I can't turn down.
This actually isn't a question as such. I mean,
as an observation.
Well, yeah. I run a group, and there's a lot of us.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say, I mean, I met you actually last year at the For Love of Sci-Fi. You were telling me about the Showmasters emails, if you remember.
Yes.
And that's where I first met you.
That's right.
And to this day, I say you're the best guest I've ever met. You're the friendliest person. The interaction that you show with your fans. I didn't want to interrupt you with the girl who was dancing.
It's fine.
And it was nice to see.
Yeah, because it's just normal behaviour.
Oh, but this is the thing. I think a lot of people don't expect that from you, and because it's you.
Yeah, but that's because they are used to dealing with pillocks. You know, if the industry's, you know, been, your reputation precedes you, and the industry is one of it's full of real twats, and so when someone's just normal, I look like a hero just doing normal stuff. So that's good for me.
Thank you for speaking to Convention Scene UK today. It's
No
been an
problem.
absolute pleasure.
That's
And
what we're here
I've learnt my lesson. I have to do 2 things at once now.
There you go.
I'll try it next time.
But you want to show the people what happens.
Yes, no.
Live and direct.
That was perfect response,
Yeah.
so thank you.
Nice one, mate.
Cheers. Okay, we actually saw these last year.
We did.
Didn't we?
We did when we were not vlogging.
Yeah, when we were just mere attendees.
Mere mortals.
Mere mortals. What they're called Goblin Dreams. Now, these are so cool. Look at these dragons. Look at the dragons. You jump straight onto other things all the time. So, what have we got? Oh, look at the Grinches. Oh, look at the Hulk one. And Sloth. I mean, oh yeah.
They are so cute. The Christmas decoration.
Yeah, cool. What were you pointing at up here? Oh, you mean these? The from Labyrinth, aren't they? Which witch does Warren like? This witch? This witch? No, it's not at all. Oh, they're pretty cool. What are they? Necklaces.
I could see you wearing that one.
I would wear that.
But this is more my character.
Oh, is this? Oh, there's like wolfsbane, dragon skin. Hey, look, no, have a look, no. Look at them. So like, oh, they're well cool. Oh, let me get that in focus. These are well cool. Dragon skin, wolfsbane. And what's this? Basilisk fangs. Basilisk fangs. You made me say it wrong then. Oh, they're so cool. They're very cool.
But I really like this one.
I love the basilisk. You know the basilisk from Chamber of Secrets, isn't it?
And look at this feathers.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at the baubles here as well.
I know they've got
What's that?
I really like these. How cool are those?
Candle plates.
No, these as well.
Oh, the holders, you mean?
Yeah, it's like you put a candle in them and then it smells.
And then you got your mini versions here, look. So yeah, guys, some really interesting stuff. Like I said, these were here last year, and the dragons. When we did come and see the dragons last time, we forgot to come back and get one.
Love potion. Sleep tight potion. That's nice. That's really nice.
Let me smell it. Have you got have I just got video of my inside of my
That's my
nostril there?
favourite. Purifying lotion.
Purifying lotion.
Smell that.
That's nice. We'll put the link to the page and etc. in the description below. Goblin Dreams. Jesus. Hello.
Hi.
It's actually some time since Wales Comic Con now. Is it a week?
2 days ago since we were there.
We thought we'd wait for this, just so we could like evaluate it properly.
Yeah.
About how the day went, because I mean, not just because of how we believe the day went, but we had obviously a double conquest this weekend.
Last weekend.
Last weekend.
We had a weekend off.
Yeah. So it was a busy week. Yeah, I mean, first of all, we love the event. We love Wales Comic Con. This was the 4th one we've been to in a row.
Yeah.
It was the very first Comic Con for Alice as well. Yeah. You know, first time she ever went to a Comic Con, and she went as cosplayer Poppy, wasn't it?
Yes.
I'll pop a photo in here somewhere in here as well of Alice. This was doing Poppy at very first Wales Comic Con. So firstly, we didn't buy much.
No.
In fact, we actually only got one thing. I say only, we were after this. So this is our Theo Rossi autograph, which did come in handy for the day, because it was a difficult day for press. It was much more difficult than I thought it'd be.
Not that we were expecting a free pass to everything, because that's not.
It was
what we're expecting at all.
We wanted to get a lot of footage of the Sons of Anarchy. Not a lot. We wanted to get some footage of the Sons of Anarchy guests. And I think we did that in the end, but it had to come down mainly to being... Well, not a look. Do you remember? So basically, we went into the building first thing to go and see what the rules were with Charlie. We went in. I went in, and we both went in, and I went to ask, "What's the rules on filming?" Oh yeah, no filming, no filming.
As simple as that.
No filming. So the security guard was quite abrupt. I'm not bothered about that, but he was fine. But he told me, I wanted to ask the rules, but I later found out I didn't see this happen at the time. Otherwise, I think there would have been a bit of a problem.
The security guard that we're talking about proceeded to. I was kind of trapped in the doors a little bit, like it was manic.
Yeah, it was at the entrance. So we were in the entrance of the building where Charlie was in at that side.
So I didn't see him or anything. It was and obviously I'm not very tall. But anyway, that's beside the point. As I was trying to turn around to leave the building, like I wasn't causing any trouble. I hadn't said a word.
No.
This certain security guard touched me, but as in to move like that, and I was like, whoa, hold on a minute, and I felt like we were the bad guys.
Yeah, we were,
and it upset me. I'm soft anyway.
They were very. There was no need to do that. We were leaving anyway. We were going to ask.
Causing any trouble.
We weren't causing any trouble. We went and asked. And we didn't have the camera with the camera cap. No. The lens cap was on. Camera was down. We just asked.
We were just asking.
So yeah, they were quite heavy-handed in there. So I mean, from that alone, we then decided to go around to the other side of the building. And you remember, I went and said I asked for a VQ ticket, because I was like, the only way we were gonna. I had a feeling the only way we were gonna get in there was as a fan.
Yes.
And we are fans.
Of course.
We're huge fans of Sons of Anarchy. So.
And we were going to do that anyway. Possibly.
Yeah, so, we went and got that. So, by now you guys know that there was some issues on the day. And we're not going to hide away from that.
No.
But we have positives as well. But we'll start off with the negatives.
Yeah, get them out of the way.
And what we perceived as the issue was... we mentioned we went to get a VQ ticket from the guy who was running the Sons of Anarchy building. And I'm not too sure how that guy got put in charge of the Sons of Anarchy building. He actually told me it was his very first event. We got a VQ ticket off him. I said, "Oh, do you know when these are going to be called out?" "No, we'll just come back in a bit and let us know." Came back. Well, they're not using VQ tickets anymore.
You might as well rip them up.
Might as well rip them up.
And this was a good 3 hours later.
That was 3 hours later. We then waited by the building. We were trying to see how it was going to work.
Yeah.
For him to suddenly say, "Right, I'm going for my lunch." Abandoned his post. There was no security guard on the door.
No.
There was no volunteer on the door. They weren't in there at the time, but there was a massive queue of people not knowing what was happening. At this point, I just decided to go and wander in the building.
You just walked in, didn't you?
I just walked in. Nobody stopped me. But we knew they weren't in there.
Yeah.
So I thought, I was just like, "Hi, sorry. I just wanted to make sure you're aware that I've just walked in. Obviously, there's no security guard and there's no volunteer on the door, and there's people are getting all in an uproar.
Yeah, there was
because some people are saying, well, what are these VQ tickets? Because like some people have been told to get rid of them, some people have kept hold of them, like us, we kept hold of them, and you know, some people had no idea what they were. And they got told that it was, and people were getting told they weren't going to get into that building by this guy if they didn't have this VQ ticket. But this same guy had told people to rip them up as well. He wasn't the right person to put on that. And you know, I'm not normally a person to say that, you know, start pointing fingers, but he was really bad at his job that day. And I'm sorry, but he was. He shouldn't have been there. It should have been a more experienced member of staff on that building. He didn't know what he was doing. And I'm afraid, you know, and when he came back, you know, I mean, you know, I'm going to go on a positive straight away here. When I went into the building, Nika, I think she was called. I think she was called Nika. She was Kim Coates' handler.
Okay.
She knew exactly what she was doing. She'd been with Working Wales for 4 years now, I think she said. She knew what she was doing, and she took charge of the situation. I told her, when I told her what was happened and where he'd gone, she took charge. I think she contacted another one, I think it was a handler for Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie.
As well, and another woman, sorry I don't know the names, but you guys, you sorted that out.
Because the amount of people that we had coming up to us being like, what's going on, what's happening, and we're like, we don't know.
We kind of just went off experience from previous times we've been there. But this event, it was massively oversold.
Yes.
It was oversold. Even though that they were probably within regulations with regards to attendees.
Yeah.
I'm sure they were. They didn't. Parts of it you couldn't move. And it was too oversold. And it wasn't what we had perceived, what we have experienced Wales Comic Con.
No.
Like, that event didn't feel like Wales Comic Con to us. And Wales Comic Con has always been a fantastic event.
That sort of family atmosphere to me wasn't
I was
there.
so happy we hadn't brought Alice to that. Could you have imagined?
Oh, she wouldn't have coped.
She wouldn't have. And I don't think we would have got... no, well, we weren't coping.
Yeah.
we, you know, it helped with the press pass.
It was very claustrophobic though, and I think I don't know. I mean, especially when there was like seemed to be a pretty regular bottleneck going into the main signing hall. Yeah, the sports hall. I mean, there was. I mean, gosh, we didn't expect. I think it was on the press passes. You weren't to queue jump or anything. No.
But at the sports hall and to the tent, we were allowed to go in as press. You know, we were allowed straight in.
Yes.
So when it come to queuing up for guests themselves, we didn't get to queue jump or anything like that. The guys on the sports hall, they did the best they could. I thought they were good.
Yeah.
The security guards there, they were really good, and the volunteers there, they did really well.
Yeah.
But again, the bottleneck that happened there, like Amy was just saying.
Especially when you've got like prams and wheelchairs, they don't seem to have the right. What word am I looking for?
I think what would have helped... It wasn't
managed well.
I think what would have helped with the sports hall is not having people come out of the main entrance to the sports hall and instead have that, you know, the fire exit doors open.
Yeah, to go down the stairs.
So not having people exit that way. Mm-hmm. I know the toilets are that way.
Yeah, but you've still got to come through that door and it's
go
difficult.
Out of the fire exit rather than come back out, and it was creating a big bottleneck situation which wasn't good.
Dangerous.
Yeah, so I mean, we don't normally go off secondary information before. This is one of the reasons why we kind of waited to see what you guys had said and evaluate it. But we did speak. We have spoken to one volunteer who said a lot of them didn't turn up on the day.
Which was evident.
I didn't see as many as I expected. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Is that right? I expected more volunteers, and a lot of them didn't turn up, apparently. This is going off what a volunteer who did volunteer the event, we won't say who he is,
I don't know.
Said that they didn't turn up, which is a shame. I mean, you know, obviously the events team, they're relying on volunteers. It's important.
Yeah.
And I was saying to Amy after it that a way to counteract this is to have regular team meetings beforehand, because if people can commit to the meetings,
you know they're gonna turn up.
You know there's a level of commitment already to the event. Maybe that's something that could be thought about next year.
I don't really think
that's
our place to...
No, I don't think it's our place, but possibly it could help with the amount of volunteers. I don't know if that did happen or not. The very last thing we want to bring up is the photo ops.
We didn't have any.
Let's make that clear. Yeah, let's make that clear. We didn't have any photo ops booked.
It looked hectic. It looked overcrowded. It looked
mismanaged.
It looked dangerous.
And I mean, people said that at one point in the day that the police got involved to get people out of the...
We don't know.
Well, no, it didn't happen. I believe what the event organisers have said. They chose to get people out of the building because they didn't believe it was helping the situation with regards to getting your photo op. So they chose to get people out of the building on the Saturday. I think it was only the Saturday. And you know, I believe what they say. You know, they brought them out of the building. Because they weren't helping the situation. People said that there was risk of there was run over of times with photo ops. That happens everywhere. That has happened to pretty much every con we've been to this year. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is, because if they overrun on signing, you know, that happens.
Sometimes the guests just
sometimes the guests decide their own timetable. That happens a lot. So regarding the times, it's just the way it is, and you have to adapt. You have to accept that. But a lot of people, I heard, didn't get the photo op, their actual photo collection. That was the problem. It was the photo.
Paying that much money and not getting.
That was the problem. Yeah, I feel that the venue is the issue here. That's the big problem, because for the level of stars here, so this is the positive, Jamie did fantastic getting, I mean, Charlie Hunnam, Carl Urban, big names.
What did I call him? Keith. There as well as Buffy.
It was a big reunion with Alison Hannigan on the Sunday and everything. It was going to bring in the numbers.
Amazing.
It was a fantastic.
I reckon that the guest lineup was possibly on par with Showmasters London, I would say.
It was really good. There was a lot of guests. However, for this, you know, what was, you know, Wales are doing, bringing all them guests, the venue can't handle that. You know, as much as I love the venue, and we do love the venue, this is one of our favourite things about the convention.
And I liked what they did this time, if you don't mind me saying.
Yeah, with the tent.
Yeah, when they added the extra tent and they changed the food area around. I thought that worked brilliantly.
Yeah, the tent took some pressure off for a certain amount of the day off the signing hall in the sports hall.
Could you imagine if they didn't have it?
Yeah, even though people said that they didn't collect the photos, I believe the organisers arranged it so they did get them in the end.
Right, yeah.
Some people stayed very late. I heard Charlie stayed extra late for people who didn't manage to meet him and stuff, which was good of him. So let's finish on the positives. Like we've started saying, great lineup from Jamie. You did fantastic there.
Thank you.
You know, it was a great lineup.
It was like a dream come true.
Yeah. That tent was a saviour.
Yeah.
You know, it was very good. I liked having that tent. I felt that it helped. Previous years were the vendor tent. That always seemed very confined, but it was much more. It was much easier this year.
Yeah,
definitely. That was
and they had more vendors.
Yeah, a lot more vendors, and we managed to get a little endorsement from Ryan and Theo that you guys have obviously
Ryan
seen.
waved to me from across the room.
Yeah, we couldn't get an interview, but I was very shocked they give us that. They allowed us to do that. You know, it was very good of them to do
And I
that.
met Theo twice, and on the second time I met him, I was getting an autograph for somebody else, and they were like, "That's not your name, you're Amy." I'm like, "Yes, I am," and yeah, I felt like
they were really nice. Ryan's been there a bit,
he knows me.
and you know they were really good. We were extremely happy to do that. I was gobsmacked. We managed to get an interview. Danny from Red Dwarf. He was again. We were really happy with that. The cosplayers, you guys made Wales.
Yeah.
There was so many of you. There's so many cosplayers.
Yeah.
And we always know, we
Brilliant.
always expect there to be a lot of cosplayers.
It
Being
was.
at 4 in a row, we know there's going to be a lot of you. And you were fab.
It's like you all brought your A game to Wales.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
you made the event.
Yeah,
what
you
it
kept
was.
people smiling, and you know it's a friendly atmosphere.
Yeah, it was nice that was still there.
Yeah, you guys, cosplayers, you kept Wales Comic Con going that day,
Yeah.
especially on the Saturday when we were
Kept
there.
the morale up.
You kept the morale up. Yeah, you made it fantastic. There was so many good. I was gutted that I couldn't get all of you, film all of you. There was just so many of you, but you know, and we've met a lot of new people.
Yeah.
On the Saturday, which is
yeah.
good. And a lot of you have joined since then, so thank you. But yeah, we had fun.
Yeah.
We had fun. We had a lot of fun, and we so appreciate the opportunity to be
goodness,
press at Wales
Thank
Comic Con.
you, Jamie.
Yeah, cheers for that, Jamie. It was a lot of help. If it's going to be that size, venue is the big issue. The number of guests, the size of guests. The university cannot cope with that.
No.
But saying that, this was a 10-year anniversary, part 2. I like the venue. I love the venue.
Yeah.
It'd be hard to let it go.
Yeah.
And nobody knows the financial obligations or the costings of everything to move the event.
At the end of the
it's
day,
a huge ask to move the event.
At the end of the day, yes, there were a few negatives, but we had a brilliant day.
We did have a good day. We did.
You know, we just carried on, got on with it. We enjoyed the convention regardless. And it hasn't put us off, has it?
No, we will definitely be attending again.
We can't not go to Wales.
We can't not go to Wales Comic Con.
It's like a family member. We have to go.
We have to go to it. And, you know, hopefully, you know, things will be taken on board.
We know how hard Jamie works. And we know how much his events mean to him.
Yeah, it's a personal touch, you know. And
you can tell how much effort Jamie puts into it.
And not just Jamie, the whole team that he's got there. You know, we I don't know all the names, but we saw a few familiar faces, and you were trying your hardest to make the event run smoothly.
So thank you.
So yeah, we'll be back. We'll be.
I
know.
He needs his head.
I need it cutting. So yeah, we will be back, and
yes, we.
And we encourage people to go back and
roll
see.
On April.
Yeah, you only learn from the mistakes. That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
It was the biggest Wales Comic Con, and there was bound to be some mistakes.
Yeah.
They will learn from them.
So and I bet they'll come back bigger and better.
Yeah.
Next time.
So
definitely.
Just keep your eye on them, and we will. We'll be going back. So.
We will.
All right.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.
Yep.
Tell everyone about it.
And we'll see you soon in the new year, the next one. So.
Bye.
Bye.